Home-baked pizza. That's just the way it was, folks, in my days. I don't recall us ordering pizza. We might have once or twice maybe called it in and went to pick it up, but I can't recall. Maybe once or twice, and I'm talking about the entire decade of the 1970s. 1970s, from 1970 to 1979. We always home baked ours. When we go to the grocery store, Mom would get a frozen pizza and doctor it up at home and bake it. Turn on the oven. I think it was 375 or 400 degrees, and put it in there and bake it. You got to remember, we did things a lot differently back in when I was a kid, when I was growing up. I realize, 45 years later, I realize the internet makes it a lot more efficient, a lot more easier now. But, today, that's all you hear. Order pizza, order pizza. I talked to one of the Domino's pizza delivery guys, in his car. They got a sign they put on top of the roof, and they turn it on, the light on, LED light, when they have a delivery. And me and him was walking to Kroger together as I was talking to him. I said, man, you guys are busy. He said, oh, they run me to death. He said, orders left and right. And I told him back in my days. Because, he wasn't born yet. And I said, the world has changed tremendously. But I'm sitting here before, as getting ready to turn the camera on, and I was trying to remember. Even at my grandma's house, I don't think we ever ordered pizza. My aunt and uncle, my aunt Bobby and Lester, they may have and brung it over, but it was rare. Maybe once or twice, but as far as, we always home baked it. Frozen, get it at the store, and we always brung it home. I'm thinking hard, people, for this video. I'm actually thinking hard. And I remember the 70s very well. And I can't recall one time us ordering pizza. Well, when I say order, have them delivered. We may have called it in once or twice, but it was rare. Just the way it was when I was growing up. I don't recall us ordering, so I'm gonna say a solid no. I don't recall us not even. Once, maybe twice. That's 9 years. But today, it's all it is. That's all it is today. Order, just. And we live in and this is a small town, people. Yeah, it's 20 square miles, but small. It just, you wonder where people get their, well, he actually told me this, the delivery guy. He says, I wonder where they get their money. I said, how about inflation? He said, that's a joke. And he looks at me, he said, inflation? He said, they do not care. He said, don't. But I'm saying do not to emphasize. He said don't with a T. He said, they don't care. So they could go to 1,000%. They're going to keep ordering. That's not going to... the news makes it sound like everybody's stopping. If you brainwash yourself to the news all the time. That's the biggest lie that ever was told. If that's the impression the news gives you, they're just lying to you. Just don't be stupid enough to buy the lie. He said inflation could go to 1,000%. It's not stopping, people. They order me. I've got more orders sometimes than I can count. And I'm quoting him. He said they run me to death, and he's right because I see him all the time. He just God, inflation. That's the biggest joke that there's ever. It's like saying the war on drugs. They're both the biggest joke ever was told. By the way, not inflation is not causing these prices to hike like this. I've been around 59 years and I've never seen inflation or COVID. They're just using it as an excuse. I've never seen any disease or inflation raise the prices like they are now. It's called price gouging. And I'm a lot older than you, most of you. 94% of you watching me, I'm a lot older than you are. And in my lifetime, in 59 years, I've never seen price hikes like this. So it's price gouging. Trust me. This world today just aggravates me. Lies, lies, lies. And it's sad if you buy into that.